Hello, first graders. So, Miss Taylor, each week you're going to have a math fluency practice. It's going to be very similar to what we do when we come up from lunch each day, where you have a whiteboard and Miss Taylor shows you it's either dots or it's an expression, and you have 10 seconds to look at it and then record your thinking on your whiteboard. So we're going to do that. But before we do that, Miss Taylor is going to review some of the strategies that we use to show our work or help us solve a problem, okay? So we have 6 different strategies that we've talked about. Our first one is our fingers. So we use our fingers to help us count. This is a great strategy. Just remember, we only have 10 fingers. So if you add numbers together and it's bigger than 10, or if the numbers are already bigger than 10, this is going to be tricky because we only have 10 fingers. Okay, the next one is counting on. So we have 5 plus 3 as an example. So what we do is we catch our 5. So we say 5, and then we have to count on 3 numbers. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So then 5 plus 3 would equal 8. And then very similar, count back. This is for subtraction because we're going backwards. We're taking away 5 minus 3. So we're going to catch our 5 again. 5. Then we got to go back 3 numbers. So 5, 4, 3, 2. So 5 minus 3 equals 2. Then we have our simple circles. So we have 5 plus 3. We're first going to draw our 5 simple circles. And then we're going to draw our 3 simple circles. We count them all together because we're adding, and that equals 8. And then if we were going to do subtraction, we have 5 minus 3. We start by drawing our 5, and then minus 3, so that means we're taking 3 away. We cross out 3 simple circles, and then we have 2 left over. So 5 minus 3 equals 2. And then we have our number bond strategy. So 5 plus 3 equals 8. The whole number goes in the top, and then the 2 bottom numbers, these 2 bottom numbers, if you add them together, it should equal your top number. Okay? Remember, there's different ways this might look too. They might trick you and flip it. So you've got to pay attention. So we have 5 plus 3 equals 8. And then last is our number line. So we have 5 minus 3. The tricky thing about your number line is when you are making your number line, you have to make sure it's big enough for you to solve your problem. So Miss Taylor knows that 5 is going to be the biggest number in this equation, because if we're subtracting, that means it's going to equal a smaller number. So I only made it to 5. So I made my number line to 5, and then I'm going to go back, do 3 jumps back. So 1, 2, 3, and I landed on 2. So 5 minus 3 equals 2. So think about what strategy might be the most efficient for you that you might use, because you only have 10 seconds to look at it, and then you got to record your thinking, okay? Okay, let's get started. Okay, so using the 6 strategies that we went over, Miss Taylor is going to show you expressions. You can solve the expressions. Remember, an expression is an equation, but without the equal sign. So you can solve the expressions and look for things that you noticed, okay? So you're going to record your noticings and how you solve the problem on your blank piece of paper with your pencil or your pen. Are we ready? Okay. So remember, just like in class, I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to look at the problem. Okay, record your answer and your noticing. Okay, here's your next one. Okay, record. Next one. Record. Is there anything you're noticing yet about these expressions? Okay, next one. Okay. Okay, last one. Okay, record your last bit of information. Look at what patterns you see or anything else you notice about those 5 expressions. Take about 20 seconds. Okay, so here are our 5 expressions. Now they are equations. Miss Taylor solved them. So we have 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 plus 4 equals 8. 6 plus 6 equals 12. 8 plus 8 equals 16. And 10 plus 10 equals 20. Miss Taylor's going to share some of the things she noticed. And I want you to think if you noticed the same things, if you agree with her, if you disagree with her. Okay, so the very first thing I noticed, first graders, is that these are all doubles. 2 plus 2 is a double. 4 plus 4 is a double. 6 plus 6 is a double. 8 plus 8 is a double. 10 plus 10 is a double. So a double is a number that's added to itself. So they're the same number being added. Okay, the second thing that I noticed was it was going up by 2's each time. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Did you also notice that? Okay, my very last notice that I had was when I solved the problems, I noticed a pattern. So 4, and then 8, and then 12. I noticed that it was going up by 4's each time. So when Miss Taylor got to 8 plus 8, she predicted based off her pattern that the next number would be 16 because 12 plus 4 is, let's see, if I catch my 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I predicted that this expression 8 plus 8 would be 16, and I was correct. What are some other things? Did I miss some things? Did you find something else? Did you notice something else? If you did, comment below, and I would love to hear. Okay, bye, first graders.